You are watching the 2025 NBA Epitome Games series presented by Law Murray, Power Rankings Project Ringmaster at The Athletic. This is where I pick out one game from each team from the last regular season. I am putting the spotlight on the biggest weakness of the 14 teams that missed the playoffs and the biggest strength of the 16 playoff teams from the regular season. This installment features the Cleveland Cavaliers. The tensions up and down the organization in previous head coach J.B. Bickerstaff's final season led to new head coach Kenny Atkinson's arrival. And with basically the same roster, Atkinson worked miracles immediately in Cleveland while establishing the NBA's best offense. The Cavaliers started last season 15-0 and had two more winning streaks of 12 and 16 games en route to a 64-win season, the second best in franchise history. Donovan Mitchell was a first-team All-NBA selection for the first time. Darius Garland returned to the All-Star game, and Evan Mobley became a first-time All-Star, an All-NBA selection, and the Defensive Player of the Year. Cleveland annihilated the Miami Heat in the most lopsided sweep in a 7-game series ever, but the Cavaliers went out meekly in the semifinals for the second year in a row, failing to win a single home game against the Indiana Pacers. The epitome game for Cleveland came against the Mavericks in the first week of February, the day after the Luka Doncic trade. That was the worst time for a team to preach defense wins championships because Cleveland's best offense in franchise history was an absolute buzzsaw. You're going to see the two all-star guards working together here. Donovan Mitchell knows that Darius Garland is hot. He just hit 2 threes in a row, make it a third 3 in a row to force a Mavericks timeout. It would not get better. The Cavaliers had 50 first quarter points in this game. Now, a lot of what Cleveland does is heavy pick and roll. No team ran more pick and roll than the Cavaliers. That's Karis LeVert. That is Jared Allen rolling, and the roll unlocks the weak side corner. Klay Thompson has to help inside, and Sam Merrill hits one of his 4 threes of the second quarter of this game. Now, this is already a rout. Evan Mobley catches and shoots this three-pointer, makes it, and that was a big part of the Cleveland offense expanding and Evan Mobley getting to be All-NBA status, getting to be All-Star status, having the comfort to shoot that three and to hit it at a high clip last season. And then finally, this is just pouring it on. The Cavaliers are already up by 50 points at this point of the game, and Sam Merrill hits one of his 9 threes in this game to push a lead to 53 points. There's just so many weapons on this team and so many guys who can shoot it from a variety of platforms. Cleveland won this game 144-101, making a season-high 26 threes and shooting them at 57.8%. The Cavaliers were second in both threes made and three-point percentage last season. Expecting Cleveland to get off to as fast a start as they did last season is unlikely, partly due to Garland's recovery from the toe surgery that threatens his availability for October. The only move that the Cavaliers made was to trade Isaac Okoro to Chicago for Lonzo Ball, who will be needed to help fill out for Garland. Ty Jerome also left as a free agent. The East is wide open, and losing to the Pacers is nothing to be ashamed of given how close Indiana was to winning a championship, but this may be the last chance for the Cavaliers to show that they can play their best basketball in the playoffs with a core of 2 small guards and 2 bigs next to each other. Stay tuned for the next installment of the 2025 NBA Epitome Game Series featuring the Golden State Warriors.